put that up. Put it in the chat. What it look like, man? We in this bitch. Hey, I'm just inviting people in here. Yeah, I mean, get it going. I'm trying to hear how my guys feel about this Gervonta Tank Davis matchup. If they change their minds, are they anticipating the fight or not? Yeah, I need to see how y'all feel about this one. It's going down March 1st. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck going on, but we in this bitch. Get off my back. Go. Go. Go, Lola. Don't mess with me any other time, bro. Now you want to join all on my ass and all that. You know what I mean? I need to hear about this Gervonta Tank Davis card. I need to hear y'all thoughts on this shit, man. Talk to me. Waiting for this bitch to build up. I already know they be on it. A little delayed, but you know, shit be what it be, dog. I had to bash my guys. I don't even give a fuck. Do you? It's the holidays. Motherfuckers gonna pop in if they gonna pop in. There ain't anything. I ain't tripping. And I get longer light sticks. I mean, I'm definitely gonna start putting on work on the studio. I need to soundproof it. That way, y'all, my voice go directly in the mic. I sound even more clear. Get out of here, man. I ain't messing with you, fool. Not right now. How the fuck this joint got already? I think I fried it from me being on the charger. But shit anyway. Go on. Damn it. Everything fall. You got the ass, baby. It's in me, not on me. It's just on me too. I had these goddamn wings, fried rice. Shit got me straight. I make sure I actually do a workout today. Goddamn hip feel like I'm 60 years old. Shit goddamn tripping for. Mm-hmm. Rante says Valdez rematch will top their first fight. Yeah, probably will. We're going to sleep, Shakur. Schofield Sr. is guaranteeing a knockout upset. It's crazy for him.
Hey, CJ, when we get out of our bathroom, what do we do?
Close the door? I mean, I don't know.
What up? What up? Talk to me.
Oh, turn off the light.
Oh, yeah, we turn off the lights.
I'm saying tapping into some boxing news and shit. Yo,
Hey, let me ask you a question, Chris.
what's up, champ?
When you using the StreamYard, right? Have you
Yes.
ever had an issue where, like, you'll use it one day, and then when you go back in to use it, the browser automatically blocks your mic and your camera?
No, I don't. That should probably just be switching up for whatever reason.
Okay, all right, yeah, the phone keep going funny shit. Because I know I had tried to get on the StreamYard the last time G did one, and I noticed it just started happening this week. Like, I'll go in and it'll say that my mic.
Well, it probably should ask you every single time, though. I know on my shit, it asks me every single time, do you want to use your mic? You know, no matter how many times I've been streaming. And I stream every day. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to my settings. What's the topic?
The topic as of today is they just announced Gervonta Tank Davis is official on March 1st. So yeah. We got that super card that Turkey Al-Sheikh is still hosting, which I believe is February 22nd, I believe. And then Tank Davis gonna be for March 1st. What cards you think gonna perform better, and which card do you like better out of the Turkey Al-Sheikh card for the 22nd versus the Gervonta Tank Davis? I'm not sure if you heard it. They rumored like undercard, but it's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard about the undercard yet. I actually just saw it maybe an hour ago that it was official that it's gonna be March 1st.
Nah, yeah, that's a for sure.
I'm full, Dad.
I don't know the undercard.
Oh no, yeah, I'm looking it up, and then I'm gonna see if they launched the official one yet. If they haven't, then I'll give you the one that's basically like that the one that's actually like
rumored.
supposed to happen. Yeah, that's rumored. Yeah, for sure. I got both of them. I'm just trying to see if they made it because they just announced it, so I don't think they probably have announced the undercard. Yeah, the undercard has not been announced. That's what I thought.
What's rumored though?
Hold on. I'm about to tell you exactly. What was rumored was. Hold on. I don't know what the hell it said. Oh, there's Daniel Dubois. All right, nah, that's before this one. I'm pulling up on it. Give me a second. All right. What was rumored was Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach is the main event. Jose Venezuela versus Gary Antoine Russell. For the co-main, Jamel Charlo versus Thomas Lamana, who is Cornflake. He based in New Jersey, so I believe he's training under the likes of Fat Reg right now. I'm not sure if he made any adjustments, but Fat Reg used to coach Raymond Ford up until
Moving
his loss
forward.
to yeah.
Yeah.
And then Amata Stanionis possibly gonna be defending his title. Um, that that I'm pretty sure he's gonna accept his mandatory because the thing was he was willing to pay his mandatory so he can figure out a fight with Jerron Boots Ennis. That's why he was asking for Virgil Ortiz to still fight him at 47 because he want to stay at 47 and get some of them title shots and them unification bouts going because they finally starting to be comfortable with going into negotiations with him.
Have they? Is there a rumored opponent for Amanda Stanionis now?
Yeah, it is. The rumored opponent is his mandatory, and his name is like Shakram Goyosov.
Oh, Gearsov. That's right. Bill told me the other day. Yeah. Gearsov. Right. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be
Hey
a good
man,
fight.
I butcher other people from other countries' names though, bro. I gotta hear it like 50 times. Like I don't even say Karen last name.
You
I
know what I be
butcher it.
doing? You know what I
What?
be doing? I'll
What?
write I'll write it down how it sounds. Like when I hear somebody pronounce it correct, I'll write it down. Like Karen's name is Chukazan. That's how I heard it pronounced. What
Right.
I thought to be correctly, Chukazan. But I've heard people say it another way. But
Hey,
I actually know
I probably still butcher that bitch though. That ain't it. It's not even to be disrespectful. It's just I don't know. It's nature.
no,
It's
no, no.
nature.
That's because how we learn English. You know what I'm saying? Like the way we learn English, when we see other people's names, we be trying to pronounce it how it look, but it don't be. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
don't be how it looks. That's why you gotta hear somebody say it, and then you be like, because that's what I'll write it down. Like I won't spell it. I just write it how I hear it, so it ain't spelt right, but I'll pronounce it right because I'll write it down a certain way. And what I do is I listen to like the announcers or like people that's reporters say it because I assume that they probably go ask the person like how you pronounce your name. You know,
Right.
that's what I assume, but they could be getting it wrong too. I don't know. I just do my best saying it. You know what I mean? And trying to find out. But I don't like the turkey card is the rematch between Bibble and Better Be right.
Yeah, it's gonna be
The
Bivol
headline.
Beterbiev, and then Daniel Dubois, um, Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker,
That's good. That's a good fight.
and then Bacoli. I forget who Bacoli gonna
Oh,
fight.
but Coley gonna be on that card too.
Yeah, he should be on that card.
Okay.
Even though we was talking yesterday about Bacoli, some of that hype, man, they got too much hype on him. They acting like he running through everybody because he beat a prospect who was actually getting molded right.
And I hear what you're saying too, like because you do want to see a guy have a little run where you could be like, okay,
Right.
because I actually thought because I went and watched that Michael Hunter fight before I watched the fight with him and Jared because I
Right.
was hearing about it. So let me go watch this fight because I know Michael Hunter and I know Michael Hunter is a smaller size heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched it and he just Bacoli didn't look right. And then Bacoli said that he was injured in that fight, and I believed him because the way he
Right.
looked, he just didn't look 100%. But I will say this, and I was saying this, and I even heard G say it. Jarrett should have boxed him, bro. He was
Right.
supposed to
Without a
box
doubt.
him and wear him down. I think he could have beat him, and he probably could have stopped him. You were supposed to test his gas tank. Don't go in there and slug it out with that big, strong mouth. Because one thing about them brothers that come from any of them countries in Africa, for the most part, they might not be the best boxers, but they be strong.
Right.
So you gotta box them dudes. You gotta how G say it, you gotta poke holes in them, man. You can't
Right. For
get
sure. For
smoke
sure.
out. And he tried to show his heart, man, which you know what I mean, I don't think he should have done. So I think he needs to just go back in the lab, you know what I mean, get his confidence back and come back and just listen to your corner and work the game plans, man. That's what I love about Shakur, bro. And I ain't no big Shakur fan, like as a person, But
Yeah.
as a fighter, bro, he fights smart. You can say what you want, bro. And you said it earlier. How you gonna watch boxing and all you want to see is knockouts? You're not a boxing fan.
Boxing fan. Nah, for sure, for sure.
You said that shit
For
earlier.
sure.
Everybody not
For
gonna do
sure,
what
for
you're gonna do
sure.
at 135. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
right.
saying? That's
Once
crazy.
once people want hold everybody to the standard of being Tank Davis, I'm like, yeah, you don't really give a fuck about the sport. You just like the blood of it. It's cool if you like different shit, but I'd rather talk to people who actually like boxing. Like they can sit down and enjoy different perspectives of it and understand that it's a part of the game and they all talented in their own right. But we can't really hold everybody to be the master of the same realm. Like somebody mentioned, well, yeah, Shakur don't got defense like Floyd Mayweather, and I'm like, so I mean, he still got defense in his own right. It's still good, but nobody's going to replicate the master of it. Like it just is what it is.
What he said was, I was listening. He said he don't got defense like Floyd. Floyd
Right.
would get out of the way of shots but stay in the pocket.
In the pocket, right.
And that's not 100%. That wasn't 100% of the time he did that.
Yeah.
The thing Floyd genius to me was one simple thing:
Yeah.
adjustments.
Right. Nah,
Adjustments.
yeah, I agree.
We seen
Yeah, I
Floyd
agree.
have a rough time. I don't even want to say a rough time. We'll see something happen with Floyd that don't normally happen to him, and he
Right.
adjusts immediately.
Right.
Sav Judah, matter of fact, when he first moved up to 140, Chop Chop Corley, Sav Judah, Sugar Shane Mosley. We seen him have a rough patch for a 30-second, 45-second clip in a fight, and
Right.
then after that, that shit won't happen no more, and he'll win. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, bro,
Nah,
that's
that's
the
a for
shit
sure, for
where that
sure.
Bluetooth shit comes in at. And that's what a lot of these fighters are so talented, but they don't have the mental fortitude or they don't have their emotions in control enough to understand, oh, damn, this motherfucker caught me with a good shot. I'm not going to go back and slug with him. I got to see what mistake I made or what he was doing so I don't get caught with that no more and then dominate the fight. And that's what I seen Floyd do to Shane. Bro, that
Mm.
shit, man, listen, man. That
So
kind of shit
T
there, bro.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, my fault.
Nah, I'm listening. What you saying?
No, I was just saying that shit there with Floyd, bro. That's to me, that's like once in a generation shit, bro. You know
Right,
what I
that's
mean?
what I'm saying. I don't really I can't really hold other fighters to be like on his level. I feel like that's just not even realistic. So
Exactly.
I want you to be good at whatever you got to be good at in order for you to be able to do what you got to do. That's why I like a Devin Haney. I understand now in boxing, Devin Haney is like an acquired taste. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna enjoy that taste of wine. Pause. But at the same time, the people who do, they just like that acquired taste. You get what I'm saying? There might be more of a quality to them because they like for this person to have to fight all 12 of these rounds and not necessarily get hurt. Like they sharp as shit too in their own right. But
Absolutely.
yeah, that's how I feel, but yeah, Floyd Schofield, his pop made it known that they're gonna end the fight in a knockout. They want to knock Shakur Stevenson out. I feel like the game plan is definitely going to be to make it ugly. But I talked with one of the coaches that is definitely going to be in Shakur Stevenson's camp because he was going to be in his camp for Zepeda, which is Boxing Rail. Boxing Rail's son, Rasheem Jefferson Jr., beat Schofield due to disqualification because they seen he was bullying people and they start fighting the fighter. And when it was his time to sit in the seat and have to have the defense that you need for the fighter, he couldn't handle it. So he already got a game plan to beat this young man. And to be honest, if we're looking at his last fight, right, he literally like came out looking good for the first 3 rounds. But then
Yeah,
after that, give me 2 orders. But then after that, he got like tired of boxing him because I'm guessing it was too easy for him, and he wanted to make it much more complicated. So
I was watching you earlier when you was talking to Rail, and you said
yeah,
you had to get off because you know what I mean. It's a lot of private. behind the scenes stuff going on. I was watching. I was
Nah,
watching.
right.
I heard what Rail said. I just saw the post you put up too. Is that one of Rail's sons that was hitting
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
man? Shorty was jumping into that left hook. Boy,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna be a fighter. He gonna be. I was watching him in
Yeah,
the
he
house.
young too, man, and they actually pay attention and get involved with it. He was
Yeah.
there when I first walked in, and he was teaching kids. So
Wow. Yeah, I was looking at little Shorty because how Shorty look like he about 4, 5.
4, yeah, 4. I
Yeah.
think
But
4.
my grandson is like that age. I'm seeing how he throwing the punches, and I saw him like he jumped into the left hook. I'm like, boy, he gonna be a fighter. It's coming to
Right,
him natural. Yeah, yeah. I
right.
saw those clips. But yeah, cause like earlier I said, and maybe I think I probably used the wrong word when I said that Schofield was awkward. Not awkward in the sense we think of like
Yeah,
Madonna
he
awkward,
got an awkward
but
style. It's
he,
unique.
he's I guess I use the word awkward because I was thinking about Sean Porter with that, that football type style. Like it's not a traditional boxing type style.
Right. Yeah,
You
it's
know
like
what I mean?
yeah, they it's in a sense, it's kind of like I would say like Mexicanish, like on steroids, because that rush the fuck out you, that bum rush you too.
But I
It's a
don't
little bit
want
more
to act like
physical.
Floyd. I don't want to act like Floyd ain't got no skills because he showed us that he got skills. In that
Yeah,
last
but
fight, he was
how
busting
for how long
good.
though?
Right. That's the mental part. That's the
Right.
mental part that I was talking about.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
But I think it's gonna be a good fight. And one thing I like about fighters, what I like to see with fighters, I like to see you stay busy. So for me, when you got guys like Tank and Core and Boots and these young guys coming up that's really building their careers and they stars, but we looking for them to be superstars. I want to see them stay busy. I,
Right.
I know they train. We know Boots is a gym rat and all of that, but I feel like
Look like that at the-
when
I'm
you
listening.
when you fight,
Yes.
it's to me it's similar to I would compare it to like when you play basketball, when you play
Cause
football.
you sitting there turning it all hard like this. You can't do that. What's the last thing
Yeah.
you said? I'm sorry. You said when you play basketball, when you play football for what?
When you play basketball, when you play football, right? I understand you have training camps and stuff like that, but
Yes.
nothing beats being in an actual game. You
No,
know
right.
what I mean? And that's how I see fighting. Like I know you be in the gym, you sparring, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, staying in shape, you know what I mean, ain't getting off weight, all that kind of stuff. But it's nothing like being in the fight with the actual lights, doing the camp, coming out, walking out, dealing with the crowds. I feel like the more you do that, the more and more and more and more and more it becomes not second nature but first nature. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
just like to see these guys busy. I don't be beefing about who they fight. Because I always feel like the more you fight, the more your name gets out there, and then the bigger fights that fans want to see a build up. You know what I mean?
I'm.
But
I mean,
I don't squawk about that.
nah, but I mean, you also somebody that's like a full-fledged fanatic. But
Mhm.
if we compare Boots numbers to what he did at his debut versus what he did the second one, he's seeing significantly less in attendance. So maybe it does matter because I feel like if we do get a big championship unification in the city of Philadelphia, it's gonna go fucking wild simply because it's two champions going at each other. It has a storyline that gives you more to talk about, and traditionally because of how the sport is sanctioned and organized, people
Mhm.
lean in towards paying attention, being more enthused around champions fighting one another.
Okay, I got a different view on that.
Okay,
I got a different view on that. I'm gonna ask you this question:
go ahead.
If Better Be and Bivol would have headlined the card in Vegas for their unification undisputed bout, what do you think those numbers would have did?
I don't know. I got him being subpar though.
See, I'm gonna tell you something that
I'm
that I
listening.
see, and I know a lot of people may disagree with this with me, but I've lived long enough to see. I've seen changes in culture. I'm not
Yes,
just talking about boxing. I'm just saying in culture. And
right.
one thing that I know that has an effect on culture, whether you realize it or not, is the consistency, the continuity, and the repetitiveness of who controls the media.
Yes.
That they establish, whether we like it or not, they pick certain people in certain circumstances. And I'm gonna tell you something that I saw it with, and a lot of us don't even dig it, and maybe we're not old enough to pay attention or really understand it because you might have grew up in it. But it's the weed culture, bro. I drive all around this country, and I see
Yes.
the dispensaries in places that you would have never thought people sank to smoking weed. Because I come from an era where smoking weed was, like you're doing drugs. It was something you couldn't do. But
Yeah.
because people who are in power started a campaign to say it's legal, you can do it, it's okay. It's to the point where now it ain't even a big deal no more. So I'm
Yeah.
saying all that to say this. And
Yes.
and I directly blame them. I don't blame us because we talk about boxing. The promoters and the networks, they have not come together to promote boxing as a sport that you should watch. I even look at a lot of the commentators talk bad about the sport. How the hell you gonna talk bad about a sport that you working in?
I mean,
They
eh,
gotta push
I,
boxing, bro. They have to push it. You
hey,
you
but
and it can't be individuals, man. It has to be
yes.
networks doing. Don't put the onus on the fighters, man. The good fighters spend most of their time in the gym. You can't
Right.
turn them into promoters. They don't have charge of satellites and towers where they can transmit signals. The people that run that control the media, and I don't even care if it's the free media like YouTube. Because if YouTube don't like something that we say, they can take us off. So you don't ultimately control it. They do. They could put more boxing out here, bro. They don't do it. They don't. And that's the reason why the sport as a whole, I'm not talking about individual fighters, the sport
Yeah.
as a whole isn't being pushed properly, bro. It's just not.
I mean, I feel like Eddie Hearn is doing it right. He's also generating, the most money in comparisons to other promoters, at the end of the year. So, I feel like he's doing it
Promoter,
correctly. Huh? You cut out. You there,
that,
EH? Hold
yeah,
on. I'm sorry. What you say, champ?
it went out again.
No, no. You straight now.
No.
You straight. What's up?
Could you imagine if every promoter and every sport network exec was as lively and as involved as Eddie was? That's what I'm saying. We need more Eddies. I'm talking about in them high places, the
But not
places where you
Eddie.
don't
Eddie.
even
I
think.
know, but Eddie backing might be different. That's what that should be coming down to. His backing, his backing may be different, or he just got a business model to where he just can be more profitable. Amazon in comparison to Walmart, one could be more profitable than the other based off how they run little certain mechanisms within the companies.
But see, people who at the top, money is not an object to them, bro. It's just,
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, the guys that's really at the top, I'm talking about when you talking about these networks and stuff, I don't care
Yes.
who it is. I don't care if it's CBS, I don't care if it's HBO, Showtime.
Oh
Money,
yeah, yeah, those guys, but
yeah,
they
that's
might
what
they
I'm
might not
talking
even be
about.
boxing fans though.
But that's my point, though. That's my
Right.
point because it ain't even like, and I think I have an idea why. Because like I always say, you can go into Walmart, Target. Like I drive a truck. When I go into these truck stops, I can
Mm-hmm.
see paraphernalia in there about different sports. Shit, I don't even watch basketball, football, and hockey and all that. But I can go in there and see it. If it's a
Right.
popular player, I'm gonna know who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That kind of promotion, that kind of establishment of something in a culture is bigger than the Eddie Hearn. It's bigger than the Bruce Ennis. It's even bigger than the Floyd Mayweather. Because now you're talking about other realms of business where you actually you do business with them. So
Right.
somebody somewhere is making cotton shirts and putting a silver star on a blue shirt to represent the Dallas Cowboy. That's big. And they don't do that with boxing, but the reason why they don't do it with boxing because boxing is the last sport that's still a wild, wild west. See, they control the NBA. They can control the NHL. They control the NFL. So that's why a guy can come home from the penitentiary like a Bernard Hopkins, get on the path, work, get the right people, do business with the right people, and he can make a career for himself. You can't
Right.
necessarily do that in the NBA. You got to get this false image of being pristine, clean, and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just the cultures of the sports is different, and I think that's why a lot of the fights that we want, or that could happen, or should happen, or whatever, it's so up and down. That's why I don't be getting mad at the fighters, bro. Like, I'll watch you. If I like you and I know you can fight and I think you want to fight everybody, even if you don't fight the people I want to see, I'ma still support it because I know a lot of the shit that's happened is bigger than you. It's just
Right.
it's bigger than you, man. You ain't. I don't believe these fighters be scared like that. Now I do believe sometimes
Nah. Yeah, I don't
when
do that.
I believe a fighter want to get paid more if they taking on a bigger challenge. I believe that, and I ain't mad at him for it. Because if he's somewhere laid up in the hospital, I ain't gonna be the one by his bedside. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
get that, but
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya definitely trying to build Kid Austin. And they might all see something, so they're willing to take the risk. Sports except boxing is under one association. Yeah, that could but you don't wonder that's like that one belt championship. It's over 1 million boxers, bro. And you gonna have one belt per weight class. That is fucking ridiculous. In fact, it needs to be more world championship belts.
yeah, I heard you say that earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, if we talking about how many boxes is in it and had like a certain ratio based on that estimated number, it's like 64, 65 something champions, 60 something champions, but then it's registered boxes is in the million. You get what I'm saying? Or more.
yeah.
You going in and out. You there? My fault, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the comments.
All right, did he come back in?
Yeah. Where you at now, man?
Illinois.
Okay. He cruising. How
Yeah,
is that city over there? How's traffic?
traffic. You know what is crazy? Because traffic today wasn't as bad as it was yesterday. Like, I was driving
Okay.
yesterday, coming down Interstate 40, coming through North Carolina and Tennessee, going to
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas. Man, it was so many cars. I would be thinking people would be home eating and all of that.
Nah, but people be traveling on Thanksgiving sometimes.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was surprised, to be honest with you. I thought people would be traveling the day before and probably be chilling for the day when all people was out. And then today, I'm thinking people would be out going to go shop and all that, and the traffic ain't as it ain't as thick as I thought it would be. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah. But the scary thing with having that boxing under one association is they getting pimped out like Dana White do UFC. He getting all the money and the fighters ain't really getting nothing. That's the dangerous thing with boxing. And that's why if we had one association in boxing, that's why I don't want it. I'd rather for it not to happen. You know what
Right.
I mean? Because if you guys wasn't trying to beat the fighters, then maybe we could work under one association and you pay the fighters like they're supposed to be paid. You know what I'm saying? But y'all
Right.
gonna try to keep all the money. So yeah, you gotta keep it the way it is so guys that are big ticket sellers and are popular can get what they supposed to get. See, that's the yin and the yang with it. That's the difference with it, man. So it's just like for the fighters, I'd be like, man, just keep it like it is, man. Like until the execs gonna be a little bit more honest, and we don't know when that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you don't know how that's gonna go down.
No, for
Are you
sure.
were you because like I heard rumors that De La Hoya really don't want that fight with Schofield and
He settled
before he
on
thought
clapback, so that could be possible. But at
yeah.
the same time, it's not like that's one of his direct fighters that he paid the advance to sign. They may have sat down and then just figured out something to where what I mean. He sold a percentage, you know, of the revenue that he would get from whatever promoter, and then hire the main promoter for the sake of negotiations as well as representation.
So you
So
saying he not signed the Golden Boy?
You said what?
He's not signed to Golden Boy.
Yeah, he signed. He's in a partnership with him. It's just that partnerships is different than you winning in the amateurs. And Oscar De La Hoya saying, "Come sign with me. I got $30,000. I got $30,000 for you."
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's like a different circumstance. So,
Right,
like,
right,
let's
right,
just
right.
say you win the Olympics, right?
Mhm.
You know, a big promoter like you, he gonna check you off and then get you to sign with him. But then he going to basically advise your career and be more hands on because he don't want to fuck the investment up. If I
Right,
signed you for 40,000 and I'm about to have you on goddamn the zone only making 5,000 a fight, I'm trying to build you up to where I can get you to make 100,000, 300,000. Then once I see how you do there and I like you, you get what I'm saying? Now
right,
I'm trying to get you to millions if I feel like you can sell tickets. And I'm gonna structure it to where the deal benefits me more versus someone who built the name already in the pros, got it to where the networks like them, and then they sat down and decided to make a long-term deal with me. I could only imagine that, because the molding process is totally different. So typically the partnerships, uh, you know, they're a little bit more. You have a little bit more flexibility. You
right.
see,
On the
he about to
partner.
can't. He about to get that Rokia Ampo match canceled simply because the network didn't sit down with them and discuss a percentage on their PPP their pay per view deals. I mean
Right,
pay per
right,
view
right,
percentages.
right.
So like the way it works is, let's just say you got 100%. You generate, and this is like around the normal times. Um, you'll like have 100% of the fucking pay per view revenue. The network will get 50% automatically. Then the fighters will have 50 to 40% that they got to separate amongst the split that they agreed to. So if we agreed to 50-50, then the network get they 50 out that 100, and then we'll 50-50, 25-25 of the actual 100. And he was basically like, no network sat down with him and gave him rights to where he could show that fight in the USA himself, like on a timeline that's comfortable for us, rather than live, or maybe even live with the option to watch it a little bit later on the zone. He was like, yeah, I'm taking their ass to court if I don't get my rights for it. See, when motherfuckers got realized he get paid, he trying to get paid both ways. He getting paid through the network paying him, and then the fighter still owe him 30% of his check too. So
I see. As a fan, my thing is this: when
yeah,
when 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 two fighters are talking about fighting, if the fighters team, like like in the instance of Shakur and Floyd, if Floyd's team says, "Yeah, he ready, let's fight," then as a fan, I want to see it. Because like I
nah,
said,
right,
I don't squawk about seeing fights, but as a promoter or a manager or even a trainer, because sometimes you have a fighter that want to fight, but the trainer might feel like he's not ready. Like Morrell at one time was saying he wanted to fight Benavidez, but Ronnie Shields said, "Man, he ain't ready yet."
right,
So I can understand from a standpoint of a person who's got money invested in you or doing business with you, they might think that you're not ready. You know what I mean? And I'm not no big Oscar fan, but Oscar got experience. He was a fighter,
yeah, for sure, for sure,
promoter. So he said it like I saw the quote where he said something like, "I know how to build a star." You know what I mean?
for
Like
sure, for sure.
he's got experience. So and maybe he's saying something in Schofield that he feel like, man, you ain't ready for this dude. You know what I mean? Like don't you know what I mean? But I
Right.
mean, if they adamant, if the Schofields is adamant about taking a fight, I'm definitely going to tune in. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
No,
tune
for
in.
sure. Yeah, I'm watching it.
I'm gonna tune in. I think
It's
he
an
gonna push.
interesting
I think he
match.
gonna push Shakur. Cause see, that's the thing, man.
You
There's
said
a
you think
lot of.
what?
I think he's gonna push Shakur.
Yes.
Cause this the thing. When I look at guys like Schofield, right? There's another guy, just random guy that I like that I watch named Liam Smith, boy from over the UK. He fought Eubank. He knocked Eubank out, and then Eubank came and knocked him out. I've been watching Liam beat me Smith for some years. I like him, and I like him because he's a guy that's gonna come in and fight. And if you slipping on that day, he gonna beat you. And that's why when we have fighters that we like, sometimes he might get in there with a guy that we feel like is a level below him. But he's the guy where if you come in there sleeping on him, or like, man, I ain't worrying about this dude or whatever, he'll beat you. And that's where I think the mental part of boxing comes in, that when a guy step into the ring, every time you step into the ring, man, you gotta be prepared, because these guys be hungry. They want their money, they want their fame, they want their recognition. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, they gonna come in there and fight you, man. So I just feel like, man, when these fights come up, and especially when it's guys we don't know or don't know much about, I'd be excited to watch those fights, man. I do, man. I'd be excited to watch those fights.
No, yeah, I'm definitely excited for this matchup in general. But I just think Shakur pick him apart, or like Boxing Rail said, he'll probably put himself in a situation to where he'll disqualify, because he emotionally gets inclined in a fight like much easier than the top 1%. And what I mean by that is, like you seen at the last fight, after the 3 rounds, he leaning in. And they also was lying about the sparring and shit that was happening in sparring. And fuck internet. Like, this is me talking to guys who was there the day of the sparring that
Right.
don't care for the internet, and they saying like, yeah, you know, Auntie Sco just be selling the fight. Like, he not necessarily keeping it 100. Then to see him get on a cigar talk, and then Ray Diesel get in there and like, yo, listen, coach, bet your whole check with me. You get 10%, I get 10%. We're gonna bet the whole thing, no matter which one is what. You get what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
saw
Bet it.
that.
Let's bet it.
I
Right.
saw
And motherfuckers talking about, oh, nah. If your son was really sweeping shit like that, and he really did what he was doing in sparring to the point to where you was convinced, like, yeah, this bull ain't shit, you would have been like, all right, bet it. You got me fucked up. But it's obviously not happening like that, because you laughing it off and acting as if, you get what I'm saying?
But let
But
me say this though.
yeah,
I don't condone lying. Like, I don't think, I mean, we should lie, even though a lot of us do it, and we do
yeah,
lie when we in certain positions. But let
yeah,
me say this though. And I remember hearing this back with the whole Devin and Tank situation back then.
yeah, yeah.
In boxing, there's no such thing as clout chasing.
Right. Nah, I agree with that.
Because Muhammad Ali is reported went to Sonny Liston's house, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, Floyd Mayweather was in Oscar De La Hoya's face. Like, bro, my thing is, as long as you keeping it boxing, you're supposed to say, and I'm big on respect. I don't like
Right.
disrespect, but I'm saying if you telling them up about whip your ass, it's about boxing. You can't be
Right.
got over on you and sparring. I ain't really mad about that, because you keeping it boxing. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Now, you shouldn't lie. You really ain't supposed to talk about sparring.
I'm gonna
But
be
things
honest
like
with
that's
you.
going out the
Just
window.
because of gym etiquette and you talking about it, you already breaking that code. And
Right,
then you
right,
talking about it and then you not being transparent.
right.
Nah, get the fuck out of here.
No, but see, let me
I'm
ask you
just
something though.
saying.
Let me ask you something though, because I think
Yes.
a lot of guys don't do that, and that's what I noticed with because like I'm not in the gym, so
Right.
I don't, you know what I mean? Like, so I can't say it, but like you correcting that where you saying it's gym etiquette, and that's what I always thought. But I noticed when that whole senior and junior thing started, you know what I mean? Because I mean, Team N is laid back. You know what I mean? Like, they
Mhm.
don't, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Posey, his sons, they ain't without, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talk more about them than they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they're
Yeah,
not
that's a
really
fact.
into that. And then when dudes started saying all of this stuff, my first thing was this, because I'm big on the character thing. So I'm
Right.
like, wait a minute, this is the same guy whose son sparred with Tank and sparred with Bud, and he was all over the internet talking about the sparring sessions that these stars let his son come in and get some work.
Right.
So see, that right there made me be like, oh, this dude is snake. That's what it made me think. Because now, see, that's outside of boxing, because now you making it a pattern to go spar people that got big names, and then you go around the podcast telling people what your son did to people in sparring. And then Tank not even in your division.
Right.
So you're talking about sparring a smaller guy, but he popular. So I said, see now in that case, that's clout chasing. Because you talking about things that according to etiquette, you're not supposed to talk about, and then you doing it with everybody that's popular and hot. So it let me know, okay, you got a character flaw, brother, that you need to deal with. It ain't about whether you want to fight somebody or not, because if you want to fight them, you can just say that you want to fight them, especially when they're in the same division. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I don't want to get it misconstrued that I'm saying it's okay to do that, because I know, you know what I'm saying, like, you're not supposed to do
Yeah, I
that.
mean to each their own, but yeah, like in the boxing world, it's just too much. That's like me
Yeah,
basically. That's like me sparring somebody, sparring a kid right younger than me. I go in there right. I'm not really in shape, or I'm not. I haven't done it as long as him. Whoop on my ass, and then I come to you and be like, I fucked him up, and you know him. And one day
right,
you be like, yeah, man, Chris told me the moves to do on you. Motherfucker gonna
right.
get offended. Like what? He ain't whoop my ass though. Like if he did, he did. I wouldn't even be mad if it was the truth. It's the fact that you lying. As far as Boots and Virgil, I'm going for Jerron Ennis. Virgil Ortiz got dropped 2 times last fight, and y'all called him tough. Boots got hit across his head and dominated, and y'all tried to make it seem like he wasn't great. I'm tired of you motherfuckers. Hey man, and that's no disrespect to everybody who don't agree, but that's the way it was going.
Hey, you already know, bro. Look, and I heard somebody saying earlier about, and I meant to look the word up in the dictionary, but I heard somebody earlier say something about being biased,
Right.
right? And my understanding of the word bias is just, you favor something over everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, whether your favoring is based on something false or true, I mean, that could make a difference. But for me, I can say that I'm biased. Like
Right.
I don't look. I got my team in the shirt on now. I know you might can't see it because I got an Android. Everybody got iPhone, but I got
Nah,
my.
yeah, I see it.
You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. And when it comes to Boost, like when you talk about people in and around his division, I'm saying yeah, he can beat him. I'm saying yeah,
Facts.
he can beat him. And you can sit there and try to you know, nitpick and pick apart this and this and this and this and that. It's like, yo, everything that you say that you seen happen to Boots in the fight that you think might be a quote unquote flaw, I've seen it happen to Spence. I've seen it happen to Bud. Bud actually got dropped by Cavalasquez. We all saw it.
Right. Yeah, he
You know
got
what I
dropped.
mean? So it's like you. So if I say that Boots can beat him, it's not unrealistic. My
Right.
bias is some fantasy because we seen the young man in the ring, and people talk about eye tests. Well, shit. How else do you assess boxing? You watch it. Duh. I don't know how else you get an assessment on a person, and then you talk about you know the level of opponents that a fighter has had. Okay, well, where Boots is at right now in his career, there's people out there who can give him a challenge. Who, if you want to talk about money, they not selling as many tickets as he is at home.
Right.
I live in Dallas, where um Virgil grew up at, Grand Prairie, is right next door
Yes.
to me. I go to the outlet out there.
Right.
Virgil ain't never put that many people in no arena out there like Boots did at home.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like he hasn't done it yet. The last time I was gonna go to his fight, it was at a college like arena type of thing. But I don't want to
Right.
call it arena. It was a Pater and Arboleta, and they became the headliners. I bought a ticket to that fight because I wanted to see Virgil. But that place
Right.
wasn't that big.
Right.
That place wasn't no Wells Fargo. You know what I'm saying? So Virgil hasn't reached that point yet. And we know Boots did his thing in Atlantic City a couple times, whatever, but then bam. Eddie said, come on, let's do the Wells Fargo. And they said, yeah, come on. And they did it twice. You see what I'm saying? So people out there who got all these critique about Boots, won't you DM your favorite 147 pounder and say, yo, get in there with him and go get that bag?
I ain't gonna
Because
lie,
if they're not
facts.
going to do that, everybody
he
just talking,
he
bro.
he def
As a
he de-
fan,
he definitely paying.
you see what I'm saying? So as a fan, as fans of these other 147 pounders, and you saying that they can beat Boots, y'all got more courage and confidence than they do.
Right. Nah, that's a big fan.
So I think our biasness of Boots at 147 is justified. That's all I can say. I think it's justified. You know what I'm saying? And people that like Shakur or like Tank, I think their biasness can be justified. I just don't like the fact that when we talk about fighters fighting fighters, and people say, "Oh, he ain't got to fight him." Well, he's a fighter. What
Right.
you gonna
Yeah,
pay to
what else
watch
you
him
gonna do?
shadow box? You gonna pay to watch him shadow box? Who the fuck ain't gonna fight? I ain't with that. I want to see my favorite fighter fight. I want to see Boots challenge these guys. I want to see it, or these guys challenge him, whichever way you look at it. Like I want to see it. What you think about the Africa versus Pyro fight?
Oh yeah. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I'm excited to see it. Um, I feel like it's definitely gonna be like a chess match for sure. Like an acquired taste of boxing, not necessarily some big bang Gervonta Tank Davis type shit, but it is good for boxing. I want to see it, and after the winner wins, I want to see what they're gonna go for next within that division because it's a stacked division when you talk about any unification bouts.
Why do you think it's 50-50?
Because at the end of the day, Liam Farrell, he got hats, bro. He got Matias. He got Montana Love. You get what I'm saying? So he already beat ass. We seen Africa coming off a match to where we seen him hurt a little bit. He still won. He dominated for the most part, but Gustavus Lemos had him looking like he was ready to go, or possibly afraid to go. In like the fifth, sixth round. I'm not sure if I'm being accurate with that one. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I believe that's what I thought when I seen it. Richardson Hitchens' last matchup. But other than that, I just think it's 50-50 because it really comes down to who starts first and who is conditioned to keep going. Who starts first and who is conditioned to keep going.
I spoke to Africa briefly
Yes.
on the stream yard because Najee let us come in. Listen, Africa, I got that fight 70-30. If
Okay.
Africa, and I told Africa, bro, treat this shit like what it is. It's a championship fight. Come in tip top. Don't underestimate this dude or nothing. Because when you look at the tools, and I went and watched those fights again. Listen, Pyro is not no Gustavo Lemos.
Nah, exactly.
Lemos is a fucking gorilla, and he can punch. Like that, Pyro is not him. And I watched that fight again, bro. Richardson beat that dude, man.
I saw he beat him. I saw he dominated,
But
but he
he,
still looked like
listen,
he got hurt.
I'm gonna tell yeah, no, it was a rough fight. But Richardson showed me something though, bro. Like, I don't listen. This the thing, man. I remember this fight, and I always reference this fight. When Daniel Jacobs fought Triple G. Going into that fight, I thought Daniel Jacobs would beat Triple G. Triple G won that fight. But when I heard people talking after the fight, they were acting like somehow Daniel Jacobs won the fight. And I was like, you know what happens? And the
Mm-hmm.
same thing happened with Floyd and Mike Donna, the first one. When a
Mm-hmm.
fighter goes in and does better than was expected,
Right, it looked better than what it is.
and people automatically, oh, you know what I mean? Oh, he lost. No, Triple G beat Daniel Jacobs. Because I saw in spots where Daniel Jacobs was just looking phenomenal. And then it seemed like, I'm telling you, bro, it seemed like he froze. It seemed like he didn't even believe that he was doing what he was doing. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I saw it. I saw him freeze. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, keep on staying in that rhythm. It's like he had got in rhythm and then got out of it because he couldn't believe what
Right.
he was doing. Like, bro, I'm telling you, man, Richardson Hitchens is going to beat Pyro easy, bro. As long as he coming in and ain't bullshit. He coming in, Africa, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, he going to beat him easy, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, you don't think Pearl Sharp
Pyro is,
a good boxer?
Pyro is determined.
Okay.
I watched that fight again with him. Man, listen, I always thought Devin and Africa would beat Matias. Matias
No,
didn't
yeah. Matias was hyped. But it
I,
was people who lust over power that loved him. That's most of the casual boxing fans.
let me ask you this. Did you go to the fight
I didn't hear you.
Is it back in yet?
Yeah, talk to me. My fault,
Did
y'all.
it come back in?
Yeah,
Did you go to that fight at the 2300 with Devin Haney and Mason Menard?
nah,
Did you make that one? Because I wanted to make that, but I ain't make it. That's when, like,
right,
Devin was still part of his career.
right,
Bro, Devin just outboxed that boy to the point where I think he quit in even 11 for 12 rounds.
right,
He was like, I can't catch you. I can't touch you. And he was like, no, I'm not hurt. But his corner was like, man, we don't want you to keep getting punched on like that. See, I think a lot of times with casual fans, they mistake boxing for a street fight.
right.
Boxing is an art, bro.
All right, all right,
It's
for
an
sure, for
art.
sure.
And of course, we're gonna like to see a Deontay Wilder line somebody up with that, you know what I mean, with that torpedo. We're gonna like to see Tank set you up and get you
Right,
out. Yeah, of course. But
right,
bro, I love my Africans. I love my Devons. I like to see the art, bro, because for you to be able to stay in there for 12 rounds, stay composed, and just beat the dude up and stay sharp. See, a lot of people never had those gloves on, and you don't realize how heavy those
right,
gloves get
no,
after
right,
you hit on the bag.
right,
Like, I don't know boxer, but I put my gloves on the train and hit the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
people don't know. I hit I would encourage anybody, go home or go to a gym, wrap your hands up and hit a speed bag for 3 minutes. If you can.
right,
People don't realize how 3 minutes is a long time hitting that speed bag for somebody who ain't a trained professional.
right.
You know
That's a
what
for
I'm
sure, for
saying?
sure.
Like, I've done it before. Like, that's a long time. Hit that bag. Just hit the bag straight for 3 minutes. People don't realize that. So, like, to see boxers be that short, or to see Bud fight Jose Benavidez Jr. for 12 rounds and just stop him in the 12th. Well, people don't realize that you got to be a top level fighter as a human being, bro. You got to be a Superman to be able to do that. You know what I
No,
mean?
that's a fact. No, yeah, for sure.
Africa will box that dude head off, bro. Pearl ain't got enough
Mm,
skills to deal with Africa.
I don't think it's that easy, but
You don't think
I
it's
do.
that easy?
Yeah, I do understand that it's very possible. For him to win. He got skills. He big as shit for that weight class. So I definitely believe he got what it takes to win. But I don't necessarily see him just running through him. That's all.
What you like about Pyro though?
Um, his experience, with him beating basically top fighters. I get it. Matias wasn't the best, but he still was the guy with the belt.
No. I'm not. I don't want to. I wasn't taking away from the win because like I said, I just thought Devin and
And Africa would run through him. Yeah, he don't really anybody crafty could beat him. That
yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, ain't
So I
nobody
totally
in beat
understand.
him, and he proved that because he came back and got a knockout. So no, I'm not taking away from. I ain't gonna be taking away from fighters because even people was talking shit about the Montana Love win, but I'm like, no, because Montana for me, Montana is slick and he's smart in the ring. I just think Montana don't possess enough of the athleticism to be able to pull off some of the stuff that he tried to pull off. Like he don't have the athleticism in the reflexes. Like he has it, of course, more than a regular person. But on that top level, he just don't. He ain't got like if he had the Sean Porter athleticism, I
Yeah,
think he'd be a lot more dangerous. You know what I mean? Because he's definitely slick and he's definitely intelligent in the ring. I know he know his way around the ring. You know what I mean? So that's definitely a good win. Like I don't. Them guys at the top level. Like when I talk about it, I'm just talking about the guys at the top level. You know what I
right,
mean? But them
right.
guys under them, yeah, no, they beat them guys. Like they not, and that's why I like to see fighters stay busy, man. I like to see fighters because you never know who will creep in there and beat you, man. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do in that ring, you can get beat. Don't get it messed up. We seen what happened with Mike Tyson with Buster Douglas. Like you can't go in there playing with no guy or underestimating no guy. No guy that's a professional.
I ain't gonna lie to keep it a thou wow. I think Shakur is definitely one of the ones. He just possessed something a little bit different, which is the best feet work within his weight class. For this next match, what I'm worried about, his hands possibly being brittle and him losing a hand while trying to fight somebody who want to smother him to death and make it to where he could take away his good hand by being so goddamn close to him, to where if he don't land uppercut, or the goddamn right hook, left hook, whatever, for whatever hand he got to use. So as long as his hands stay healthy, I think he an elite boxer.
What
I
are the
think I
reports?
think he the master of this. Huh?
I said, is his hands good now? Or, I mean, what are the reports
Yeah.
of his
He's saying it's
hands?
good, but he ain't putting on no 8 ounce glove and hitting somebody in the fuck on top of their fucking head, and then seeing how his
Yeah,
hands fit. So that's what I'm saying. You might catch him with a good shot, because you catch him, running in, hit him a certain type of way, your wrist or your hand move one type of way, because you can want to place your shot, but it's got to be based on how that person is positioned. So if you can figure out how to place the shot because you anticipate their positioning, then you can throw it a little bit more safer. But if you just stand there like, listen, I just see a target, I'm gonna try to get to it. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm gonna try. And then you hit them and they move the wrong way and you move the wrong way, then
guys.
Shakur could fuck his hand up like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I got Shakur knocking him out. One of Shakur coaches for that camp, Boxing Rail out of Philly. He said he got Floyd Schofield losing by disqualification because he start to fight dirty once he realized he can't beat you. So he gonna be trying to do little shit to slow Shakur down, like forearm, elbow pressing, while they're trying to separate from one another. A whole lot of trying to weigh him down and just try to make it to his feet get heavy.
Mm.
Yeah, these motherfuckers is crazy, man. Hey, but yeah, man, this match, this February 22nd card gonna be crazy. That David Benavidez, David Morrell gonna be crazy.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. I'm looking forward to that.
I can't wait to hear the official fight card for the Gervonta Tank Davis card. I'm excited about that. Um,
You think
I
that's
don't.
going to distance, or you think Tank gonna knock?
I think Tank knocking out anybody that's at 135 and down, damn near, except for Keyshawn and Shakur. They my exceptions. Everybody else get their ass whipped bad.
Okay, okay.
I think he the best thing smoking. People like to say he fight for money. I don't believe that. I believe he fights for consistent. For convenience. You get what I'm saying? He try to get a name that's just good enough for you to pay attention to it, but he know that he better than them by a landslide. That's the shit I don't like. He finessing me. If he wanted to make money, then he would fight the bigger people like Ryan Garcia again at a heavier weight class to see if Ryan is going to give him a better look. That's a mega money fight if he was about the money.
But
I,
Tank got a team. Tank, like any other big fighter, has a team around him. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like everybody be thinking that guys is just making decisions based
No,
on like it ain't even with Canelo. Like Canelo can do what he want to do, but Canelo still got a team around him. You know what I mean? Where I
right.
know you,
That's advising.
if you smart when you in business, you consult with your team, bro. If you
No, of
smart,
course.
you know what I'm
No, I
saying?
understand that.
Don't none of us know everything. You know what I mean? Like you gotta consult with people. So I don't man, listen. Man, to be honest with you, bro, and this just probably for me being older, I just be happy to see young people that grow up in these inner cities in America. I don't care if you black, white, or candy stripe. When you grow up on the hard side of life and you
Right.
actually get a chance to make a career and you ain't out, you said it earlier, you ain't out there robbing, stealing, knocking nobody in the head and you making money. I'm with that, bro. And I know
Right.
as fans, sometimes we get kind of caught up because guys might
Oh
take
no, yeah, I'm the paying customer.
$100.
I still want to see what I want to see.
Right, right. No, I listen.
This shit ain't cheap.
No, listen, and I understand it, bro. But see, I guess because I'm such a fan of a sport, I'm satisfied when sometimes maybe I don't get the fight that I want with the bigger fights, but then I get a chance to see Shoo
Right,
Shoo. I get a chance to see Shoo Shoo. I get a chance to see Tiger Johnson. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I still get a chance to see good young fighters coming up, and then especially if they fighting at a venue and I can make it, the tickets ain't that expensive. I still enjoy
right,
the sport, even though I don't see the bigger guys maybe always fight the guys that I want. You know what I
right.
mean? Like I said, man, it's
I
so much.
mean, yeah, low. I was gonna say boxing at a low level is more entertaining anyway. If you want to be like technically savvy, because we can go to different cities and states and shit, and really catch cards to where they really putting in work, and you get to see
Right.
that shit live. And they not really trying to like look cute for TV. They going in there on some dog shit, and you'll see some crazy shit go down, bro. One of the most competitive matches I ever seen. I was shooting the ringside. You get what I'm saying on some media shit. So, and that shit was like some ain't no way I'm gonna let you outdo me. Like
Who was it? Who was it? What fight? You
it
remember
was
what fight it was?
Namal Farmer versus Romain Gandhi. Kid based out of New Jersey. He trained with under Khalil Ko,
Mhm.
Romain Gandhi, and he was fighting a kid from Sicklerville, New Jersey, Namal Farmer. And they was literally going toe to toe the whole fucking time, bro.
Right, right, right.
One to take a round, the other one to come right back out and take a round, and they just had like different styles and approaches about it, and that shit came down to a draw, and they were saying they got robbed. But I was looking like, man, I don't know who the fuck winning. This shit is crazy.
Right, right, right. Yeah,
That shit.
I just enjoy the sport, man. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah, hey, respect. But when I see that you're great, I want to hold you to a higher standard than what I would hold other people. So like a Virgil Ortiz, I'm not on some shit like he got to fight somebody to prove that he's something. He just gonna give me an okay, entertaining fight. I'll still watch him. He's just a good performer. I feel like that's the case with Floyd Schofield. So even if he lose, like people still gonna tap into him
Right, 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 right.
simply
But
because
see,
he just got a fan
with
friendly
Floyd,
style.
with Floyd and Virgil, they are the type of fighters that are so determined. If you slipping that night, or if you just take them for granted, you're gonna get beat.
No,
And
for
that's why
sure,
you
bro.
need those type of fighters, man. You need them the type of fighters keep you on your toes because now
Close, right?
if you're not fighting, bro, people talk all of that stuff and was talking crap on Bud when he fought Abenise, right?
Right, right.
Earl ain't fight nobody. Talking about no, I just want Bud next. Bro, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Nah,
do that.
right,
You gotta stay busy. And that's why Bud was like, no, I'm not waiting. If you ain't gonna fight me, I don't care. I'm fighting Abenise. I'm staying busy. You ain't ready.
right.
See, Bud know what he was doing, bro. You gotta stay busy, man.
Nah,
You got
that's a fact. Or
you
you
know
gonna get
what
old
I
in the
mean?
gym.
Man, I man, listen, the way Bud, the way Floyd, and the way Bud moved in their career, I
Right,
love it. And I love the way David Benavidez is moving. They don't
right.
care what nobody else is saying. And you gotta be
I
because
ain't gonna lie.
people don't
He gave us David Morrell. The people wanted that.
know. I know. But
Yeah,
see,
we
David
wanted that
is
bad.
moving the way he wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, and I mean, regardless of how he's doing it, because he's actually giving us a fight that we want. But I'm just
right.
saying, like, I respect him for
Uh,
that, bro. Win, lose, and draw with both of them. Because Morale could have took an easy route and just
right.
kept holding on dudes. So both of them get
Wow.
respect for me, bro. Like, I don't care what happens in the fight, because I think Benavidez gonna win. But I don't care what happens in the fight. I support both of them, bro. I wish I could go. I just, you know what I mean? I can't. I ain't gonna be able to make it to that fight or Tank fight.
I'm gonna watch the pay per view though for sure, for
Oh,
sure.
for sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm supporting that. For sure. Sure. Yeah.
Hey
No
man,
doubt.
that motherfucker's finna be nice, for.
Yeah, that's that. He's one of my new favorite fighters, David Benavidez, bro. Like I always fuck with him because he always wanted to smoke, but he's proving it. Like, bro, I'm a fighter, and I like it because he didn't chase behind Canelo. Like he did
Right.
everything he was
Yeah,
supposed to do.
he ain't get done dirty like Spence did his own self dirty.
Yeah, nah, bro. Like you gotta move your career the way you supposed to move it, bro. I'm telling, like I'm big on that, bro. Because people don't know, you don't know what a fighter be dealing with injuries and weight and all kinds of stuff. Like I ain't, bro. I don't, and when I have the money, like I support fights and shit. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like I'm a paying customer, but I also understand like this ain't basketball, bro. This
Right.
is basketball, bro. Like this shit is different, bro. This shit is different, man. Like it's really different. Like I don't knock guys, man, for moving the way they move. Like, but don't don't give the people a false impression either though. Like if you ain't gonna
I
fight
mean,
somebody,
but they're gonna do that because that's a part of the game. They gotta say the wolf ticket. That's
I
the
mean
wolf.
like for instance, when we hear a fighter's father say, "Oh no, we gonna wait for unification. We don't want that right now."
Yeah, yeah.
Or
No, I
because somebody
understand.
say something on the internet, you double back and start lying. Like, now that's not cool. You see
I
what I'm
understand
saying?
that, but that's what I was saying. Lying in general, I
Yeah.
don't like that because
Right.
if you lie about sparring, you'll lie about, you know what I mean. But as far as Tank or Shakur, first he said, I got a weird feeling about Morrell. I think he might win. Nah, I think he's gonna get beat the fuck up. I think David Benavidez has seen enough, fought enough styles and the pros for him to be able to make it happen. And it's just basically gonna look like a dangerous, stay busy fight. I repeat, a dangerous, stay busy fight.
I agree. I
What are you
agree.
doing? Uh, yeah, that's basically it. As far as Tank and Shakur, I'm still depending on how if Shakur give me what I expect them to give me this fight or better, then I got it a 50-50 fight still. If he kind of like it's a super lackluster performance, I don't think he's gonna do good on Tank. I honestly feel like Lil Floyd is more of a test to see if Shakur is ready for Tank than Zepeda would have been.
You think so?
Yes,
Why?
because Zepeda not cracking. He just throwing a bunch of fucking punches. Tevin Former was sitting there in the pocket with him,
Okay. Oh
basically
yeah,
just letting
yeah,
that shit go down the whole fight, and
yeah,
just giving him shoulder rolls and head movements and bending at his waist and all that shit and countering.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But it wasn't no shit. I don't think you're gonna sit there and let Tank hit you in your body 5-6 times in a row.
yeah. Nah,
You know what
hell,
I'm saying? He throwing it with different intentions and purposes though. He
yeah,
not throwing as many punches, but he just making
right,
sure that when he do it, he poke holes in your tire. And he poking big ass holes in your tire. Cause you see what he did to Frank Martin. Boom,
yeah,
boom, boom. That
yeah,
motherfucking tire was flat. That motherfucking tire was flat in about 25 minutes. Flat. On goddamn, it was about 15 of them on 18 wheeler, flat. Then when he went to go finally like put him out, he put him out. Hey man, listen, I like Shakur, bro. I think he's a great fighter. Don't think if I don't agree with you on something, then I got love for a lot of and respect for a lot of fighters, especially them guys in the top 1%. One lose or draw, I will still watch you. I just want to see great matchups.
you gotta see what his hands look like too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I just feel like the smothering and just basically like the hunting, like being hunted by somebody who got better footwork than De Los Santos. I feel like, that'll come on the inside. I feel like, yeah, that's going to kind of, now they not necessarily Tank. Tank got a little bit more skills, of course,
right.
way more skills, of course, but I feel like he can give you more looks than what a Floyd Schofield is going to be able to give you.
Did you
Floyd,
see the interview? Did you see the interview that YSM did with Mr. Moses, Wally Moses?
no,
He was talking about that, about some of these young fighters not turning their punches over properly. Now he didn't say his grandson in particular, like he didn't uh, single him out. So I don't
no.
know if he was referring to his grandson or not about not turning, but he was talking about that. He actually did an interview with YSM and he was talking about turning your punches over properly and all of that. So I don't. But what you explained earlier gave me a better understanding. Like when you're trying to go place a shot and a guy make a
Yeah,
awkward move,
I ain't gonna
and
lie.
your
Yeah, I
hand
try to
hit
place a
the floor.
shot. I try to place a shot on your stomach. You
Yeah,
drop into it, your elbow hit on top of my knuckle in a
yeah,
weird way to when my knuckles fucked up for
yeah.
months. And it's a
Right,
split second moment that we can't actually
right,
determine.
right,
We literally
right,
a tenth of a second we did something completely different than what was anticipated from one another, or one might have anticipated fully and maybe got the timing to where they can knock your hand down with their elbow, or punch your wrist while you throwing a shot. I go through a jab, somebody punch my wrist out the way, or they catch my hand, hook their hand in it, and then be able to aim and get the uppercut in a weird way. It's all different types of shit people do shit. You know what I mean? As far as just
right.
like how they gonna anticipate you. So, but I mean, I just know it can go wrong. You could intentionally try to hit somebody in the head a certain way, and they move their head a certain way. Now your knuckle hurt a little bit more versus on the spot that you was trying to aim at. You know what I mean? But I mean, he set his hands. He set his hands in school. I'm not sure if he getting cortisone shots or what. How y'all feel about Tio officially being with Eddie? Tio, hey, listen, I think Tio being with Eddie is lit. My whole thing is I just need to see what type of style he gonna bring when he get in the ring. Um, and another thing that's pissing me off with Tio is I already think he got a wrestler personality. Like he not necessarily a real guy with the way he carry himself in some cases. No disrespect to him, it may be an act, but I just don't like it. It's not appealing, to me. But
Yeah, I
I
don't
thought
fuck with.
Turkey Ali, I thought Turkey Ali Sheik offered this guy to fight with Devin Haney. I'm pretty sure if Top Rank offering 2.4 million, Turkey Ali Sheik is offering more money. You get what I'm saying? So how you couldn't figure out something with Turkey, but then Top Ranks can send Devin Haney a deal? Like, did y'all all of a sudden send a deal right after? You get what I'm saying? You got offered more money and you denied it first. So it just I don't. Other than that, I like watching him in the ring. I don't think he can beat Tank Davis. I don't think his footwork is good enough. Hopefully Eddie get that right, and we finna see how he look. As he make the adjustments.
I don't root for him no more, man. I don't root
Why?
for him.
Because of the racism shit.
I don't even. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I just leave it alone, man. Like
Right.
him and the other, cheating Mexican boy. I don't even say his name. I don't,
Yeah.
and I used to root for all five of them. You know what I
Right.
mean? All five of the young boys that's coming up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shakur, Tank, Devin, and them two. You know what I mean? Because they young. You know what I mean? They young men. Like I said, they
Right.
young people growing up in the United States, and they got great careers and they able to take care of their family. I love to see shit like that. And I understand this competition, man. Get in and compete, may the best man win. But when you
Right.
start trying to do all of this other stuff for clicks and all, you know what I mean, and you just doing, you going over the top, and it's becoming very distasteful. I ain't rooting for you no more. Just whatever. Like I don't, cause we don't need you. It's a whole lot of talented 135, 140, 147 pounders out there that we can watch. You know what I mean?
Right.
That really want to get in the game and compete and be great. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't really need you. You're not gonna make the game one way or another. If you leave, somebody will replace you. Trust me. So it ain't. You know what I mean? I don't like all that, man. Like that ain't. You know what I mean? They be doing too much, man. And it's not necessary because all these guys want to mix it up anyway. So you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I wonder when Devin coming back though, man.
He actually supposed to be in camp for Oscar or
Oh,
Darte.
really?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know. YSM be doing the interviews with Mick. Mick said they've been working. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I ain't really been seeing nothing like.
Bay,
I
yeah,
mean?
Bay posted something not too long ago. It's feeling like it was giving like camp vibes, as well
Okay.
as hearing about just like negotiations that may be possibly going down. So if
Okay.
not, he would have tried to take the Teofimo Lopez fight because he already attempted to make that fight happen, and Tio said, "Man, just I need some work before it, but I consider it for whatever reasons that him and his team decided to." You get what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So Dev don't want no tune up, huh? He want to go straight to the
At
top
yeah,
guy.
at first, I'm guessing with Tio, he felt like he could pick him apart.
Mm.
Um, But now he getting Oscar Darda, which is basically like I would consider him a tune-up. He flat-footed. He can crack, but I got he's slow, so I got Dev being able to maneuver around him.
That's a good fight though, because Dev can't. Oscar Duarte is one of them guys you can't come in there bullshit. Like you got to be on your game because
All right,
he's determined. You know what I mean? He ain't the
right.
most skilled, but he's determined. That's the guys you got to watch for, man.
Watch.
You got to
No,
watch.
that's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, because that's what I think is going to happen to Junior. That's what's going to happen. Junior going to lose that belt. He's going to use that 147 belt to a sleeper. Watch.
You
I'm
said who
telling
gonna
you,
lose it?
bro. Junior,
Okay.
the 147-pound
Yeah.
title holder. Yeah, he gonna
Yeah.
lose that belt. He gonna lose that belt to a sleeper. Watch. They're gonna try to pick somebody where they can get an easy fight. Think they're gonna
Oh
make a
yeah,
couple
yeah. End up getting hurt, right?
on the defense. Watch. I'm telling you, bro.
You
He
see,
gonna lose that belt. I'm telling you, bro.
you seen that almost happen with Mario Barrios. He denied the boots fight, and
Mm-hmm.
then you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Was about to lose his
Exactly.
fucking belt.
Exactly. With somebody who, again, is one of them determined guys, man.
Right.
Them guys can't be.
Workhorse.
You know what I mean? They ain't the
Right.
best. They ain't the best, but them guys coming in, they be hungry. They see an opportunity. They was on a big event. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That dude was like, no, I want this. Messing around and got a draw, bro. He was one round away from losing that fight, bro. He
Right.
was man. Like, yeah. But, I mean, it's your career, so you can move how you want to move. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
Nah, I totally understand that. Hey, but with that being said, I'm finna slide off. B Norm got the best chance to keep his belt outside of boots, in my opinion. I don't know, but if we look at B Norm last three fights before this championship fight, he looked a little sloppy, bro. He just cleaned that ball for the belt, though. He cleaned him with no problem.
Yeah, nah, no doubt. And I thought he was going to lose that for the record. I did. I thought he was going to lose. I thought he
Nah,
was going to
I
lose.
ain't have him losing it, but he dominated in a crazy fashion. But he can fuck around, lose it on the defense. He one of them guys.
And if you think about that fight, he took a lot of shots in that fight.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
it's
He
funny
can
to
get
me
hit.
how, bro, it's funny to me how Senior was talking about how many shots Boots took. I'm like, bro, your son took shots in that fight too. Just so happened, dude wasn't cracking like that. Like, you think he gonna take
Right.
shots like that from Boots? But I don't know. We probably will never get a chance to see it though, because they gonna duck that smoke, bro. They gonna duck. They ain't gonna duck that smoke because it's just like he not relevant. That's why every time something happens, he got to get on there and talk about Boots or something. He's so mad Boots ain't fighting. Ain't nobody talking about Junior. Everybody's talking about Boots. So it's like, okay, when something happens with Boots, I gotta say something that make me relevant. He was on everybody's platform, big and small. He's just on everybody's platform talking. Oh, my son ain't fighting his
Nah,
hair.
I ain't gonna lie though. I'm media, so I gotta give him all the credit in the world when he be pulling up because he definitely show love to every platform.
No, bro, you know what though? Because listen, that's all right.
Uh,
The Boots name was in the algorithm too, so it's all good.
no, right. It worked itself out, but I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, when you put yourself in the limelight like that, bro, you can't do that for so long without actually producing.
Producing, right, because
Produce.
motherfuckers get tired of you. Nah, that's
Exactly.
for sure, for sure.
That's the point, bro. He
Yeah,
gonna
that's
lose.
for sure, for sure. Motherfuckers definitely get tired of you. Like, oh, this nigga's a fraud.
Yeah.
He been saying he gonna do so and so for months. He ain't did shit. Hold on. I'm trying to copy something. What the fuck? Let me. My fault. I don't know if they can hear me. Shit. Y'all.
Hey, what's up with him?
He chilling. He at the crib, chilling with his family and shit.
He ain't been posting.
Yeah, I know.
Get closer.
And I don't know why people be looking out for him. I'm gonna talk to him, see what's up. But
Yeah, I'll probably hit him tomorrow just to check on him.
as you should. Hey, why that John ain't popping up like a link? 'Cause it's for sure a link. Hey, but listen, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to slide out.
All right, thanks for letting me jump on, man. And
Oh no, you already know. I just wanted to hear your opinion on some things. You know what I
run my
mean,
mouth
I know
about this
you're a
box.
smart guy, huh?
I said run my mouth about this box. Now I'm just a fan, bro. I just you know what I'm saying.
Nah,
That's
ain't
all I
nothing wrong with
want.
it. Yeah,
I
you
man, I
you actually you actually invest your hard money in the boxing, so your opinion for sure it matters. And you not really like a biased person to where you only like one fight style. I can't get down with that. You got like a variety because different
and
people
I
do different shit.
follow boxing. Bro. I follow boxing. I got fighters I like all over the world. You know what I mean? I
Right
follow
now, that's
UK
dope.
boxing too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I follow boxing, bro. Sure.
Nah, yeah, but I appreciate you, man. With that being said, I'm finna slide out.
All right, Chris.
Dying. All right, later.
Later.
All right, man.